Photo Pips, and here I am once again in Martinshaw Wood, and I'm here to test the tripod from Phot-R, the PT-288. Let's give it a whirl. So I took my first shot. This is the composition, and I'm starting with the tripod in its lowest position of 24 centimeters. The ball head's absolutely perfect for this because I'm just pivoting to get the right composition, because the original composition was I was just catching that fence post there, that with the 63 on it, but this is superb. Look at that. So I'm hoping to get a nice starburst breaking through the trees. Love it. It's stunning, ain't it? I knew it would be. I was in two minds whether to come or not, just because it's always a rough day at work, especially when you're driving in this sort of weather. But oh wow, I need to just get a pinpoint. We'll follow it down, see how we go. But how stunning is it? Martinshaw Wood in Leicestershire. I mean, look at that tree there, look, that fir tree there. It's a winter wonderland, and it also gives me a chance to have a quick play with the Fujifilm X-T2. Look at this. So one of the main reasons for bringing the tripod, and I know because obviously I've shot here a lot in the past, and it's basically because it is dark in here. So we're going to need our tripod so we can relax. We know we're going to get the shots we want, and it's not a problem. So let's get another shot in the bag. So I really like this tree. just here. I think it's absolutely stunning, and with the light coming through, I'm hoping to get a really nice shot. So here is the actual composition. I don't know if you're picking that up too well, but if not, here's the actual composition. Quite stunning. I love it. So I'm just shooting now at a 20th of the second, which would have been very difficult handheld because I want a starburst in the sun, which means I have to shoot at a very small aperture. So I'm shooting at an aperture of 18. I mean, I am in a way putting the X-T2 through its paces with this lens, with the 10 to 24mm lens, because I've got to consider any distortion. I mean, look at that, the way the sun's just catching it. And if we shoot through there, look, with the sun behind us, what the hell was that? Do you know what, every time I come into these woods, there's something kicking off all the time. So I'm just keeping my own shadow out of the way of the sun. And I think I'm going to start off with a portrait shot. And of course, the tripod gives me that opportunity. So the other thing I really appreciate about the tripod is that this rubber grip, there's two, one is on the monopod leg and the other one is on just one of the random legs, and it just stops you from getting cold hands. You're not actually touching bare aluminium, which is obviously what the tripod's made out of. Now, quick tip. When you're carrying your camera like this, especially in conditions like this, always make sure your lens is down, because next time you see your camera, you'll be looking at a great big blob of snow or rain on your lens, and you do not want that. I mean, look at this, look. It's crazy, it's picture after picture. I love it. Let's set up for another one. So we've got the tripod in a very, very strong stance. We've got the X-T2 sitting on there, along with its grip, with the extra two batteries in there. But look what I love, you see now, there's the composition, there's the image. I've just got the sun there, and we've got that horizontal green line telling me that I am perfectly spot on. Look at that sun, it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I just want to stay here. So I'm having a great time out at Martinshaw Wood, but I just want to go over a few more things with you, then we'll head back into the woods to finish off. I want to go over a few key features of the tripod, especially this little toolkit, because you think, well, what's it for one? But basically what you can do is you take the head unit off, you get your wee I've been playing about, that's how small it'll go. So basically you just have to make sure you've got it all nice and tight in. Open your legs up. And look at that. You've got a worm's eye view of basically anything you want. Pop that on. Or you could always, if you wanted to, invert the middle column. So basically you'll take that out, you'll just push that up through the top and hang your ball head from underneath. But this is a nice compact way if you was only going to go out shooting and you didn't need the center column, which is, to be honest, I do not often use center column up. So for me this could be brilliant, because you know I love to shoot low. So for me, I would probably go out and use this setup rather than have the center column in. But that's just me, that's just what I like to do. So yeah, that's it with no center column. I love it. Now, just getting back to what I was saying about your little toolkit. So I'm just going to put it all back together, and then you can rejoin me when I've done it. So with the ball head now all back into position with the center column, I've basically got the first set of legs down, just so it gives me this nice height for you to see. Basically what this kit is for, obviously the larger Allen key is to undo the legs so you can just give them a clean and spruce up, and just basic maintenance. But this one now, when I first read these instructions, it says about you have different attachment types, and I'm going, well, where are they? Where are these attachment types? So basically you use your small Allen key just to undo the Allen nut on there, unscrew this is fantastic, and there, look what's inside there, look. You've got another attachment. Let's see if we can get that in focus. If not, it doesn't matter, because it's there's a 1/4 and a 3/8. So that is the 3/8, and that's your 1/4, which is the basic standard one. And all you do is pop that in there, and that holds it all in together. Give it a good old screw down there, nice and tight, and then just tighten it off that with the Allen key, and then that beauty is going nowhere. Then back with your ball head, and off you go. That is just if you wanted a different size ball head or any other attachment, because I like to put LED lights or flashes onto tripods, because it then just gives you the option of how you want to control the light. So if I wanted to just pop the LED on there, I can just tighten it off, loosen it, spin it. I could do basically whatever I want to do. I can put it in any position I want. And that is one of the reasons I love using tripods. I'm just tightening that down. I love to use tripods as light stands. Okay, they're a bit bulky, I know, but they just work. Look, I've got one here on this. I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying to bring it in because it's all cabled up. This is the one I mostly use. Here, look, it's just on an old plastic tripod, but it does the job. And that's my LED light, which obviously lights me up against this background. But yeah, so and the thing is with the X-T2 now, using LEDs lights rather than flashes, is with it being mirrorless, you can actually see the way the light is emitting onto the subject. And here's a picture that, and I've not took a selfie for ages, so forgive me, but yeah, here's a selfie I took the other day with the X-T2 for the first time, and that very LED light that you've just seen there. Check it out. Getting worse, I swear I'm getting worse. So another great feature on this tripod is the way that we can turn it into a monopod. It is so quick. Now there is two ways of doing this. Now the first way, where's me attachments? oh dear, I've lost my attachments. It's not a problem, because all we got to do is, if you want to use it with the center column, you just take the leg off with the lock there, and then you pop your center column out like we did when I was when I was just using the ball head on the center collar adjustment, using that to splice through and then the ball head attached to it. So once you've got center column out and your leg, now this is brilliant. Pop them both in together. You're wobbling all over the place. Give it, when you get to the end, give it an extra good tight, and you've also got another Allen key there, so you can just tighten it up using the small Allen key. So it's a good job we've got this attachment, but don't lose the Allen key. That's it, look, it's basically that easy. So to my surprise, when I opened the bag up, I found two other attachments. This one, which basically screws into the top of the monopod, and then on the top you just screw the ball head on. It leaves you quite a lot shorter. It's the height of the center column, but it's still a reasonable good height, and also you're just taking that weight off. Maybe, I don't know, maybe that's all right, and all you do with that is you just screw the ball head on and you're away. Now this, for the adventurer in us all, I absolutely love this. I absolutely love this. I've got to do it. So I found this. It's brilliant. So now we've got a walking cane. So when you're on them long hikes, or you're out in the woods somewhere and you just need a little bit of stability, take a reading where you were in your car. Look, we've got a compass on the top. Okay, and just remember which way you got to go back. So that, it's genius. Love it. Swiss Army tripod. Bring it in. There you go. Monopod. So the other fantastic thing, to my surprise, was Phot-R are giving you a 2-year warranty on your purchase. Fill it in, because like I've said before, your tripod is your best friend, so it's well worth it. Now the other thing, I just want to go over everything that's important with the Phot-R PT-288 tripod. So we're going to just quickly go through the specifications. The attachment type is a 1/4 and a 3/8, so we can use both size ball heads, which is fantastic. Now these are in centimeters. The maximum height is 168 centimeters. The maximum height with the center column down is 140. You know, I was not going to come here, so a massive thank you to Phot-R for getting my butt out and getting some photos done. And to be honest, the tripod, it's a real gem. It's got no weight to it whatsoever, so I can't fault it. Now, not only do you get the PT-288, but you also get this ball head in the kit, which for a lot of tripods you have to buy a tripod and then you have to buy a ball head extra, but this is a kit, so when you buy it, make sure you buy in the PT-288 Phot-R tripod kit. Okay, that's important. Best way to get your information is, I'm going to put some links in the bottom for Amazon. Look, there's a robin. Wrong camera, wrong lens, wrong tool for the job, so we're not going to even worry about it. He come over, he probably thinks I've got some sort of worm, or I'll probably have, it probably thinks I've got some sort of lugworm. So we've got it at 48 centimeters when it's compact. Monopod height is 141 centimeters. So we've got leg sections, 4 leg sections. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that gives you plenty of opportunity to just judge different heights. Now you've seen me use it in the field, the way I bent that back leg and took the 2 front ones out, and it just let me, quickly it lets you just get the height you want, but obviously use the legs as well. But that's just the way I like to use the tripod. It's quick, it's easy, no messing about. Now the weight, I did mention that in the field, 2K, 2 bags of sugar this thing, nothing. And you know, it don't even feel like I'm carrying 2K. I guess that's because the way the weight's distributed and it's quite well balanced. The weight of the thing, now this is one of the most important things when buying a tripod, especially if you want to use it for travel and you don't want to be buying 2. I mean, I don't want to buy a travel tripod and a tripod. So the weight for this beauty is 2K, 2 kilos, 2 bags of sugar. And you know what, with the X-T2 on, there's no weight whatsoever. My life in photography has become so much easier since getting the X-T2. But yeah, and you've got your little fold away pins. You see now, you can hear something. Can you hear the screaming? I don't know. Right, let's find another scene to shoot, and in the meantime we'll discuss a little bit more about the tripod. It's made of aluminium, or if you're American, aluminum. The maximum load capacitor is 15K, that's 15 bags of sugar. I mean, that's crazy. So that's easily gonna hold a DSLR with a 100 to 400mm lens on, easy. Okay, we've got panoramic rotation of 360 degrees. Leg lock, flip locks, dead easy, clip them open, push them back, same as 90% of the tripods, a lot easier to use than twist locks. I always have preferred flip locks. Spring loaded counterbalance, that's your little hook on the bottom. You can put your bag on there or something just in them windy days to counterbalance that weight that you've got sitting up there on the ball head. You don't want this thing going over. Now look what I've seen here, look, you see all these lines, it's like a V. Can you see that V? Now I'm hoping this will make for a great shot because we've got 2 leading lines going away and they're taking us into the direction of the trees. So if you're new to photography and you're looking for a tripod, the things that you can do with these things are absolutely amazing. Like I said before, we can tilt the legs right out to give us that extra little bit of stability, and just make sure you're locking them back in, and then we can just lay down and we can get our shot. Starting to get cold inside the wood now, starting to get even darker, so I'm just going to kick the shutter speed down, and I think I'm even going to just pull the aperture in. That's brightened the scene up nicely. So these are exactly the things you want to be doing with the tripod, and you want that flexibility so you can do these sort of things. Do I feel safe? Look, you know me, I love my kit. I'm not going to put my stuff on something I don't trust. Your kit is important. Now another thing I found with this is the ratchet system. It's brilliant because it's positive. Every time that clicks, you know you're in your position. I'm right out at 10mm. I've never shot that wide before. It's a 15mm equivalent because this camera has a 1.5 crop factor to it. So I'm shooting at 15mm and equivalent, but I have never shot that wide before. The widest I've shot was 16mm on the Sigma fisheye, which is all good fun. So I was really pleased when Phot-R got in touch with me and asked me if I'd be interested in reviewing some of their equipment they have to offer for as photographers. And the reason why I was really pleased that they'd approached me was because they're a British-based company, and they also have Amazon stores all over Europe. They're in Germany, France, Italy. I'll put the links down in the bottom, and obviously the UK. But I think we'll head this way, and I'm going to try and find a shot now which will give me, look how orange it's starting to get over there as the sun starts to disappear below the horizon. It's going to be, we're going to have to be quick because we're going to be losing the light soon, but it's over there and it's looking absolutely stunning. So yeah, just for a woodland walk you're going to need a tripod. It's always dark in the woods. That robin is following me, I swear. He's down there now, look. We've just got to find that composition, and I know that it's round here somewhere. I know as we get nearer towards the sun. Yeah, so I'm shooting this video on the Canon M6, which is perfect for this. Look at that. Sorry guys. I'll be back in a bit. I'll be back. It's got a tripod bag which is included, and the tripod dimensions are 190 by 550 millimeters, and that's the bag dimensions. So also in there you get a nice strap. There is plenty of room inside the bag, which is okay because you can just stick a rag in there, or a couple of rags or something, you know, just to keep your stuff nice and compact, or even put a spare t-shirt in there if you want to go out with the bag. I mean, look at that, spot on, like a glove, like a glove. And that is the Phot-R PT-288. Descriptions in the bottom, links to the Amazon page for UK and Europe, so there's some in there for Italy, France, Germany, etc, etc. Have a look through, click on the link that's best for you, and that is basically it. I hope you enjoyed this film, guys. Don't forget, get out and shoot. You know you want to. Cheers guys, take care. Really want to share this image with you, not so much the image but the scene, and then I'll put the image up on the screen afterwards. But look at this.